Cool. Morning, everyone. I thought I would just do a quick stream to try and get a Makefile working for the web build via mscripting. At the minute, I'm just putting in like the emcc command and then putting everything in just in one command. And I'd rather do that via a Makefile. Don't know how I'm going to do it, so let's get cracking. This could end up being a complete failure. Right, so we've got the documentation up on here. And, it's saying you can manually use emcc to do this. But what I would really like to do is have a Makefile for it, so... The problem I had with this is that Make couldn't see the environment variables to set the SDK up. So the first things first, I'm going to enable the SDK. I run the batch file. Go back into my testbed project, and I should be able to run. Yeah, I can run the compiler now. The thing is, I don't think that Make can see that, but I'll give it a go. So let's make a really simple Makefile. So I suppose the first thing is I could just try and get it to run the command using the Makefile. And I should say as well that I'm not very experienced with this. I mostly do JavaScript and front-end stuff in my own for work. I've kind of only recently come back to doing C++, so I'm still learning. Right. You never stop learning. Yeah, so we need like a slightly different workflow for this. With the desktop app, you have to do all sorts of stuff like, you link in, you compile and you link in. And it's just different in mscripting. So I really just want it to run this, but in sort of a structured way where I can build upon it. So this is just running commands. Okay, we'll say debug, and then I just want to see if this actually works. I mean, it's saying command here, so maybe I have to run. I wonder if I have to do that. That's doing like the loader flags, so LDs. No, I don't think I have to do that then. I'll give this a go. And then I think as well I can say like all and then just put debug. I think that'll make it happy. And then I need to remember how to so if I do make f and then makefile.web, will it do what I expect it to do? Missing separator, stop. Let's try. Two missing separator. Oh no, it's actually passing the file, but it's saying there's a missing separator. But I don't know what that means. Let's look at this Makefile for comparison. What am I doing here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it could be the formatting of the. Might use backslashes. Let's give it another go. Nope, still not working. This is basically what's going to happen until it either works or it doesn't work. So debug. Maybe it's just the fact that I've put it on a different line. No rule to make target EMCC needed by debug. Stop. Okay. No rule to make target EMCC needed by debug. No rule to make target EMCC. You have to Google. Yep, I'm using Stack Overflow. Okay, maybe I'm just overthinking this. No rule to make it needed by debug. I'm wondering if maybe I just should not bother with this debug stuff. Oh, you know what? I'm actually not passing debug. Okay, let's just drop using the labels and stuff and just do this. No rule to make target makefile.web. Stop. Okay. Oh, I really don't like the console history in command prompt. It's awful because it always goes back when you don't expect it to. Missing separator, stop. Okay. Okay. That's my include. But I don't need that in I'm just learning because I didn't do any of this stuff. This might be interesting to watch. This might not be interesting to watch. I don't know. Okay, this looks like a good starting point. So build. Okay, I could do a build command. Let's just follow this. So yeah, AMCC sources. Okay, I think this will work. Let's go back to where we were, the way it was. See, this is what I'm hoping when I do like these streams and stuff, that I start to document some of this stuff so people can find how to do some of the stuff. Like a lot of this stuff that you can do is sort of in the heads of like single programmers who just know how to do it or have more experience on it, and it'd be nice to kind of share some of that information, you know, through video and through other documentation. Because we're not all full-time C++ programmers. Okay, so yeah, I mean this looks pretty like straightforward. So we're going to specify a compiler. Again, I'm just going to use CC. It's going to be EMCC. My sources are going to be these for now. But I think that we've got to use this convention slashes. EM flags. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So we want to use all of this is going to be flags. EM flags. I suppose as well we might need to use this formatting for the files. Yeah, sources extra. So for build we would use I'm going to put that there. The compiler's EMCC. The flags are these. And the sources are these. Then we'll do a build command. A build, yeah. Put our sources in. Oh, that's interesting that you specify the sources first. Maybe that's what I was missing. So sources, and then on this one they've used gone into a new line. I actually don't know if indentation's like important in Make. It's really new to me. So compiler, and then flags. And you know, I'm not ashamed of that. When I started doing C++ development back in the day, I'm not ashamed to say that I used code blocks and IDEs that would generate all this stuff here. I didn't write Makefiles. I mean, I went and did computer science at uni and then ended up doing web development, so I never would have used any of that anyway professionally. With that being said, it'd be good to learn it, so yeah, their out file is out to a JS file, whereas our out file is out to an index.html file. I'm not sure whether this preload file counts as a flag as well, because it's more of a command line argument, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so out file to this. Let's see if it works. Makefile. Missing separated. Did you mean tab instead of 8 spaces? This is what I'm talking about. I have no idea. I'm not one of those people that gets precious about tabs and spaces. I know that's like heresy to say in programming, but do I like literally have to change the way that my ID set up because I'm using tabs instead of spaces or something? Like, really? In this day and age? Like, who cares? Alright, it was on line 6. I mean, is it saying that I should use tabs instead of 8 spaces? I mean, I'm hitting the tab key. Obviously, my tabs are converted to spaces, so... settings. Oh, God. Tabs. Convert indentation to tabs. So I want to do that, and then I'm going to convert my indentation to tabs because reasons. Ooh, progress. If this actually works, I am going to be so happy. This will be the shortest stream ever because wow, I think it actually works. By the way, no, this never gets captured when I work on this stuff on my own, but I am actually, this is what I do programming for, is getting that, like, just something works and you just get like that sort of rush of, like, something getting something to work. It's like, it's great. So I really didn't expect that to just work. So all right, I'm celebrating too soon. Let's give it a go. This is exciting. I think it's worked, All right, and let's open up a Bash terminal. I just like to use Bash for my like node related stuff. Just nicer than Windows command prompt. I should say as well, I'm kind of considering maybe doing like streaming on like Linux, or I have some Macs as well. I might do a bit of cozy couch streaming because I have a Mac Mini hooked up to my TV. So that might be coming down the line. I get a lot done when I'm sitting in my couch and in my recliner doing programming. So like, I might do that at some point, and that should be good fun. All right, so let's just set this to run. Just mount the server. Just take this. It's actually just localhost. It's another project. Right, this could be a cached version, so let's not celebrate yet. There we go. turn that off because it's annoying. All right. Well, thank you very much, GitHub user AITJCIZE, for that example. That really helped. I'm going to definitely star this repo. Because that was really useful. So thank you, whoever that person is, for providing that example. I honestly didn't think that was going to work so quickly. I thought I was going to spend hours and hours kind of shouting at the screen trying to get Make to work, but there you go. That's great. I'm really happy with that. So let's update the documentation before we round up. So, I know this is the exciting bit, updating the documentation. So yeah, building for the desktop, we want to run make debug, and it'll just use the default Makefile. Yeah, running, yeah, building, yeah, so building the app into a web app. Let's just see what I'm doing here. Am I running make build? Yeah, so should be probably make. I'll specify make build. No rule for that. Maybe I should just specify it like that. Oh, it's again. I'm getting caught up by the console history again. There we go. Right, so to update the documentation. Again, this is just a test bed project. It's probably one of the last couple of things I'm going to do with this test bed, but this one, this has really cracked it now. Like, now that I know how to do this, I should be able to get the project building fairly quickly, so that's good. So we're going to use the command make build with the flag of, the F flag of Makefile web. I think as well, I would prefer this to be called makefile.web, so I think that's a valid name to use. Oh, if I hit the right keys. Yeah, cool. So we'll do makefile.web. Let's actually give that a go. I've just put in the documentation that you can use a thing called emrun, and that is Emscripten's own sort of web app runner. And I think you can just run emrun. Could be wrong. emrun, yeah, so you can actually just run emrun. Let's see. And then you just point it to the HTML page. So that would be web/index.html. Cool. And that will do that for you as well. And everything's working. Sounds kicked in. Excellent. Okay, cool. Let's put that in the documentation. The only problem is I have a bit of trouble making this process not stop work. Like, whenever I've done this, I've never been able to kill the process. It sort of just stays. Like, it's really hard to, like, you can't control C it. So I think this is why I didn't do this. This is also Python based as well. I'll put it in the documentation and then put a little warning that in Windows it doesn't let you kill the process. You just have to get rid of the terminal. If I can find the command again. It's really annoying because I would just kill the process and then run it again, but I can't. Thanks. It could also be because it's running Python. There might be a different way to terminate a Python process. I don't know, but just never mind. And I just want to make it as easy as possible for people to run this. Might as well put it in the documentation. I just want to see the command being run. I don't use this myself, but I know it's something that I know it's a popular way to start a server, so I just wanted to put it in there just to show. Okay, I think I just start a new process. Actually, you know what? I could probably do this via the bash terminal, and then I can actually terminate processes using the bash terminal. Yeah, command not found. Yeah, it's because I don't have it installed. Oh, there's also Python. You can just do Python. Looks like okay. Let's do that instead. Python. Maybe it's changed since the last time I used it. Python http.server. And it says, do I want to allow this? In this case, yes, I do. So I think this is this is serving on port 8000. So of course I'm serving the wrong folder, so that isn't going to work. Maybe I just set the directory there. Let's have a look. Which directory? I'd really just like to know. Oh, you just put directory. Okay, let's give it a go. There we go. Cool. All right, let's put that in the documentation. And then we want to surround that in backticks so it formats properly. Okay. This is why I like personal projects. You can make the documentation as good as you want. All right, let's make this a bit more legible. So running the server. running the server, use any web server command of your choice. Examples below. So run make build, yeah, make debug. Cool. Awesome. All right, so what I'm going to do now is, do I hit? I don't really need to commit anything there. I can remove that. It's not important. Documentation and the new Makefile. Just going to commit this to say add build process or add Makefile for building app for web and update docs. Yeah, I know. I went over 50 characters. I don't care. I only care about that 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Okay, push that. Okay, well, hopefully this has been moderately interesting. I actually thought I was going to be doing this for hours, but it turns out it's actually really easy to get things building for the web via a Makefile instead of using that big long command. So yeah, I'm going to call it here. And thanks for joining us. If well, I don't think anybody was actually on the stream, but thanks for joining us. If you watch it later on the VOD. Cool. Well, until the next one, just yeah, have a great time doing whatever you're doing. See you.